Hey guys, it's Perry Rebecca and I'm back here with another video. In this video, I'm going to be doing sort of a tutorial on how I drew Dolores Madrigal from the new Disney movie Encanto. Encanto is an amazing movie, so I really recommend watching it if you haven't already. And make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to my channel. If you have anything to say in the comments too, or any questions about the drawing, you can leave those in the comments and I'll answer. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. So basically, I started off by doing the base sketch of Dolores, and I just sketched the face and the ears real quick. I'm using an official picture of her from the movie as reference. Then I start going into her hair, which later I figured out that this hair doesn't look so good on the head that I drew and the hair type that she has, so I end up actually changing up the hair a lot. But this is sort of me just cleaning up the sketch, and then I actually imported a fabric for her bow, as fabrics can make the drawing look a lot more alive and realistic. Then I'm just coloring around the bow to give it some more depth. Then this is where I started having a little bit of trouble with the hair. I couldn't get her hair type right, so I was basically just experimenting with different brushes and different things I could do until I eventually found something I like. I use the smudge and blur tool a lot in this drawing, which is super useful for blurring lines and blending things. It's very useful. So this is where I finally found, I was starting to find more of the brushes, and I'm, more going in, adding some more detail. Most of my time in this drawing was spent on the hair. So I really wanted to make her hair very textured like it was in the movie, but also sort of have like a cartoonish style. So then I cleaned up the sketch more, and then I'm here drawing the eye. I added some eyelashes, and then I used the circle tool to create the inside of her eye. Then I was moving it around until I found something I liked. I kind of wanted to make her look a little bit worried and kind of nervous, like she is a couple times in the movie. And then I started coloring her eye, blending it some more. She has this kind of deep brown eye color, so I wanted to make it like light browns to dark browns. If you look in the eye, you can see how I'm blending it. And then I added some more shading on the eye, duplicated it, so that I could have that symmetrical. And then this is the selection layer, so I will be able to successfully shade in her skin and everything like that. Then I'm adding some more details to the hair and making it give a bit more texture. Then I'm going into the skin and adding a little bit whites on the eyes. Then I'm adding shading on the face, which is super, super important in drawings. It's to give some red undertones. And then with the eyebrows, I just kind of wanted to make her look confused. And a lot of this here is just me shading the face with different red colors. Basically what I'll do is pick the skin color. I'll take the skin color and then I'll make a more red color of it. So that's kind of how I did the shading. If you have any questions, you can ask them in the comments. Then I was drawing her arms, and now we're on the hands, which I was having so much trouble with that I actually ended up having to draw my own hand on a piece of paper, not tracing my own hand, but I'm better at drawing on paper than I am digitally. So I just took a piece of paper and just, sketched a quick hand, took a picture of it, and then traced it digitally, which is basically just me using my own art, but traditionally. So yeah, I was just having a lot of trouble with the hands in general. I was trying to make it look perfect. Some fingernails. I did not like how these hands looked. And the hand was a super important part because she's going to be covering her mouth in this drawing. So yeah, I started to try and do some things with the hand, and then I didn't really like how this one looked. So that's when I got that's the one I drew on paper. Then I was tracing it to get the kind of shape of the hand and the nails as well, which I ended up really liking the hand that I drew. And I just basically drew it on paper. It's a really, really good trick if you're better at drawing on paper than you are online. So now I'm just adding some more shading and in her arms, because shading is super important in my style of art especially. Then I'm going in and adding her dress and using the picture as a reference. In case you guys didn't notice, since her talent is super hearing, she actually has little sound waves on her dress, which I think is a very cool detail. Then I went in and added the background, which I also got from Ibis Paint X as a preloaded texture Backgrounds are super important and they're really cool. This is just me adding some more shading to the clothes and everything like that. Because there was so many layers in this drawing, I actually had to split it into 2 different documents, and then I also had to kind of like I had to do some of the shading and some more on the other document, and I also put a text that said Dolores. So I'll show you the final drawing. All right, so this was the final drawing. As you can see, I added like a gingham filter to make the reds and yellows kind of blend a little bit more. As you can see, that the edges of the picture look a little bit more soft because I did this. And then I also added a little text on top that said Dolores, and I kind of drew like some drips down. And then I added some music notes because her gift is super hearing, and I just think that it would make sense that she hears a lot of music. And then, yeah, I added some little shading around the edge, and I did add my watermark, which is Perry Rebecca. If you want, you can see the official drawing on my Instagram at Perry Rebecca, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys!